I'm speaking with Tyler McMurchy, who's with SGI. How are you today?
I'm excellent. How are you?
I'm very good. So today, SGI is marking its 75th year of operations. Can you tell me more on how SGI is celebrating with a sponsorship to the Canadian Red Cross?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. Uh, we are celebrating 75 years of operations here with Saskatchewan Government Insurance. And as you may know, that this is a, a company that started in 1945 with the idea that it could provide affordable insurance to the people of Saskatchewan, something that wasn't available in many cases back then. And it's a company that has now grown into a significant presence in the Canadian insurance industry. And to mark 3/4 of a century in business, we are providing an anniversary gift to the Canadian Red Cross in the form of a sponsorship, our first ever national sponsorship of $125,000.
And why did SGI decide to sponsor the Canadian Red Cross?
Well, it's a great fit in many ways. The Canadian Red Cross is dedicated to helping people who are affected by disasters, things like floods, wildfires, evacuations, those sort of things. As an insurance company, we're also dedicated to helping people who are impacted when unfortunate events happen. And so it's a really great fit. We're also very strong believers in helping people get back on their feet and supporting the communities where we do business. So that's one of the reasons why this national sponsorship is actually providing 5 gifts of $25,000 to the Red Cross chapters in each of the provinces where we do business. So that's Saskatchewan, Alberta, Manitoba, Ontario, and British Columbia.
And do you happen to know what plans Red Cross has to do with this new national sponsorship?
So this is going to support their emergency management efforts. So whenever the Red Cross has to, spring into action, whenever there's a massive evacuation of a community due to wildfires or floods or other type of natural disasters, this is money that will support those efforts.
And this is SGI's first ever national sponsorship, correct?
It is. We've sponsored many different community organizations, including the Red Cross, in our 3/4 of a century history. In fact, philanthropy is really part of our DNA here in the country, or in the company, and we believe in supporting the communities that support us and allow us to operate. So we are grateful to be in a position right now where we can offer this sponsorship and this support to a great organization in the Canadian Red Cross.
And are there any other plans SGI has for this anniversary?
Well, the pandemic did, I would say, put the kibosh on a few plans for, normally we might do this kind of thing in a media event and have people come out and shake hands and that kind of sort of thing, and have an event for the cameras. Just given the COVID-19 pandemic, we thought it was more prudent to do it this way. We've actually done a virtual check presentation, a socially distanced check presentation, which you can find on SGI Canada's social media, on our Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can see our president handing over the giant check to a vice president for the Canadian Red Cross, but they did so in a socially distanced way. So we do have a number of things internally that we've been celebrating with our employees, of course, and would really encourage people to find online. We did a 3-part video which really tells the story, the history of SGI. And it's a great look back at a really unique and remarkable company. So we'd encourage people to check that out. Just find it using the hashtag SGI75 on any of our social media channels.
And speaking of the history of SGI, can you give a little backstory of how SGI started 75 years ago?
Right. So it basically started because in the 40s, it was very difficult for people in Saskatchewan to get insurance. A lot of the insurance companies were located out east. The rates were very high. Many people just didn't have insurance. And so SGI grew as a company first, centered around auto insurance. But as we grew, we also expanded into other areas like home insurance, business, and farm insurance as well. And so depending on the province you're in, we offer different products in different provinces. Of course, in Saskatchewan, we are also the provider of driver licensing and training, vehicle registration, and mandatory auto insurance. But in other provinces, we compete with other insurance companies that offer home and auto and business insurance depending on the market. It varies a bit from market to market. But one of the things that really sets SGI apart is our dedication to customers and putting customers and people first. And we have industry-leading customer experience, customer service scores. So that's something that we're very proud of. We're not the biggest insurance company, and we never will be, but we will we'll compete with anybody when it comes to how we treat our customers. And we really encourage people to look at that when they're looking for who they're going to insure with.
Is there anything else you want to add for residents to know about?
Just want to say really thank you to the customers who have allowed SGI to be in the position right now where we can offer this national sponsorship. We do believe in giving back. We believe in supporting the communities where we operate and do business. And we look forward to another 75 years of continuing to serve our customers.
Perfect. Thank you, Tyler, so much for joining me today.
Oh, it's great to talk to you, Shelby.